My name is Margaret O'Brien. I have a secret. Do you think you can guess what it is?
From the new self-neutralizing home permanent that's so much easier, and White Rain, the wonderful new lotion shampoo that leaves your hair sunshine bright, is that I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thank you very much. And soggy-type greetings to you, my friends out there on a very wet night in New York City. Welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret, a Snoopy sort of a game in which we reveal the awful truth about some very nice people just for fun. Tonight we have some information about the private lives of some interesting folk, which they're going to try to keep secret from our panel. And now I would like you to meet our panel. First, the bright young television personality, Mr. Bill Cullen. Then the lovely motion picture and television actress, Miss Jane Meadows. Then one of the freshest minds in our business, Mr. Henry Morgan, and our bright star of movies and the theater, Miss Kitty Carlisle. That is our panel. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman who holds tonight's first. All right. Now, are we all ready for I Got a Secret panel? How about it?
That's it.
All right, then let's welcome our first contestant to tonight's I've Got a Secret program. Come in, sir. Now, you won't have to tell the viewers in the San Francisco area who you are, but will you tell the folks out here, please?
Yes, I will, Mr. Moore. My name is Chef Cardini, KGO-TV, Monday through Friday from 1 to 2, San Francisco, California.
And a lot of my listeners have written to me telling me about your show, Chef Cardini. Now, here's how we play the game. Each panelist will get 2 questioning periods of 15 seconds each, but the clock will only time the actual questions. That means we take time out for audience reaction and discussion if necessary. When a panelist's time is up, he will hear this miserable sound, and I will pay our guest $10 and turn the game over to the next questioner. Twice around the panel for a total loss of $80, and the game is out the window. Now, Chef Cardini, if you will whisper your secret to me, we will reveal it at the same time to the folks at home. Well, then, tonight there will be no beating about the bush, huh? To help classify the secret panel, I will tell you that it starts with the word my, and it concerns the present, and we'll start tonight with Bill Cullen.
This my, Chef, does it describe something that you own?
Uh-huh.
Is it something that can be found in your house?
Yes.
Is this something a useful object?
That all depends.
I would say it was,
Yes.
functional. It's not functional, though, is it really?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I would say that isn't functional. Mr.
Well,
Cullen.
do you keep it then for aesthetic or decorative purposes?
Decorative purposes, yeah.
Now, friends come to your house. They admire this for you?
Oh, yes.
Is this, I mean, they admire this to you, I'm sorry. Is this thing that you have, is it hung on a wall?
Oh, you don't hang it on the wall, do you?
No. You lay it on the floor for people to walk on. You stick flowers in it?
No.
Although that I would love to see. There's $10 down and $70 to go, Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mr. Cardini, is this thing that you own, is it living?
Yes.
Would I find it on a farm? Could I find it on a farm? I might. Would I find it in a barn on a farm? Would it lay eggs by any chance? Is it small enough for me to hold in my hands? It is? Is it cuddly and soft?
It all depends on how you feel about it.
What I have in mind is cuddly and soft. Could I also raise this in a small apartment as well as on a farm? I
Be
could?
raised in a small apartment, yeah.
If it was especially large, would I or could I exhibit it at the state fair?
If you exhibited it, if you had one that was exceptionally large, you could exhibit it at a state fair. $20 down and $60 to go, Mr. Henry Morgan, please.
Maybe we ought to recapitulate a little. The way I get this picture, if I get it, and I doubt it, is that Mr. Cardini has something which he has at home, which is of no use whatsoever. People come to see it, and you can find it in a barn if you're out on a farm, small and cuddly, but you can't put flowers in it. Is that the picture so far?
That's right, only we did not say that it could only be found in his home. We just said that it could be found in his home, but not exclusively.
This animal?
Is it an animal?
An animal?
It is not an animal.
Is it a living? No. It's a living thing?
Yes.
Because Jane said you could raise it, I suppose. It's a plant?
A plant?
Yeah.
No.
It's not of the plant or animal family. It's inorganic.
It's animal. It's animal in a broad sense. Animal like animal, mineral, and vegetable. It's animal.
It's animal. Is this an animal that you'd expect to find on a farm, usually?
We did not say that this was an animal, Mr. Morgan. We just said it was animal. In the broad category. $30 down and $50 to go, and a very puzzled-looking Miss Kitty Carlisle.
Is it four-legged?
No.
Is it two-legged?
Yes.
Is it like a chicken?
Well, now, just a moment. The object itself that we're talking about, this thing that has life and is animal, is not two-legged itself.
No.
It's not two-legged.
No.
Is it got feathers?
No, we established, Miss Carlisle, that it was not an animal. It was
is it a
animal.
human?
Pardon?
Is it a human?
It is human.
It's human. Is it a part of your family?
Oh, how do I answer this?
It is part of my family. What part of my family is up to you.
But it's not part of your blood, shall we say?
Yes.
It is part of your blood.
Yes,
No, I don't think it's part of your
From Gary's
blood.
face, it sounds like the Glom's monster or something that you keep in the attic. Is it part of your blood? I mean, is it a part of your... did it marry into your family?
No, it did not. $40 down and $40 to go. Panel, this is your last time around. If we don't get along with it, I'm going to have to cut you off because we're getting farther afield all the time. Bill Cullen.
We found out it was animal as opposed to an animal, and it's human. Is it a part of you?
Yes.
Well, that's good. Is it indigenous to the... No. This thing is part of you. Is it above the waist?
Yes, definitely.
Is it above the neck?
Yes.
Can I... Oh. Is it your mustache?
Yes.
What do I want to know about your mustache?
Well, that's the part of the secret.
That's
What
my
you want to know
secret.
about his mustache. Panel, I'm going to have to cut you off. I'm sorry. We're
going
getting
on.
further and further afield. You would never get to it.
on.
Chef Cardini's mustache is insured for $50,000.
That's right.
Chef, we're going to have to forfeit the entire $80 to you. What I want to know is, what is it insured against? I mean, theft, arson?
Boss.
Well, no. In case of accident, Mr. Moore, like the mustache couldn't grow anymore, something could happen to my face that I couldn't grow a mustache again, I received $50,000.
Well, I wish you a happy accident. Thank you very much, Chef Cardini. There you are. Now we'd like to just drop in a short word here to remind you that here in America, no man's religious beliefs need be a secret. America today sets an example for all the world to see by guaranteeing this right to every citizen. We urge you to attend with your family and actively support the church or the synagogue of your choice. Start now during the Religion in American Life campaign and continue throughout the year. Now, may we welcome our next contestant, please, on I've Got a Secret? Now, will you tell our waiting panel what your name is, please, and where you're from?
My name is Mrs. Mary Gebbia from Lodi, New Jersey. I'm a housewife.
She is a housewife, and it is Mrs. Gebbia. All right. Now, will you please remind me of your secret to Mrs. Gebbia? At the same time, we'll let our home audience know exactly what it is. Well, it's nice to have you aboard. Let me tell you this, panel, that this is an experience that Mrs. Gebbia has had. And we will start with Jane Meadows in this case, I think.
Mrs. Gebbia, this experience, did you have it recently?
Yes.
Was it a pleasant experience?
Yes.
Did you have this experience alone?
No.
Was there more than one person involved in the experience?
In the secret, as it is stated on the show tonight, it was something that occurred only to her for the uses of the secret. It has happened and did happen to other people, but we're concerned with it happening to her.
But it was something that happened to her without the need of other people?
That's right.
Yes.
Now, there's $10 down and $70 to go. Mr. Henry Morgan, please.
But you said that you weren't alone when it happened.
No.
Was a member of your family with you?
Yes.
Like your husband, say?
Yes.
Could he say that it happened to him, too?
No.
Just happened to you while you were with him?
Yes.
Would it help me any to know where you were?
Yes, indeed it would.
Yes.
Were you indoors?
Yes.
Would it help me any to know, I assume in your own house, the way this is going?
No.
Oh.
$20 down and $60 to go. Miss Kitty Carlisle.
Were you in a house of some kind?
By house, do you mean home?
Yes.
No.
No.
No, a public building.
Yes.
Was this event newsworthy? Did it appear in the newspapers?
No.
No.
And it wouldn't have been of that kind of interest?
No, it's not,
No,
not
no.
headline.
But you were in a public building? A
Yes.
government building?
Government building.
Yes.
A government building, like a post office?
Well, like a post office in the sense that it's owned by the government. That's as much as I
Like a railroad station?
can tell you. No.
No.
We haven't gotten to the point where the government owns the railroad yet. Although it may come, there's no telling.
Touche. Well, like a what? Help me.
Like indoors, like the lady said.
$30 down and $50 to go. Mr. Bill Cullen, please. Big help, Mr. Morgan.
This government building that you were in, is it in New York City?
No.
Is it, well, we won't go for that. Is it a federal building like a courthouse or something like that?
Yes.
This thing that happened to you in a courthouse?
Yes.
Was it actually a courthouse?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was it pleasant?
Yes.
I noticed that you have a slight accent of some kind. Are you born here in America?
No.
Did...
Oh, Bill, you got it. I'm going to give Bill Cullen one more chance. There's $40 down and $40 to go.
Did you become... Thank you, Gary Moore. Did you become a citizen this day?
Yes, indeed
Oh.
she did. You only made $40 from prom home permanent. I want to tell you that Mrs. Jebbia is from Austria, married her husband, Mr. Jebbia, over there during the war, and is an Austrian war bride. And we're very happy and very proud to have you with us indeed.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Now, friends, let's meet our special guest for tonight. Here is a young lady who certainly makes me wish that I was at least 15 years younger. Beautiful Miss Margaret O'Brien. All right. Now, Margaret, it's so nice to have you with us.
It's wonderful to be here.
Good. Now, we're going to play the game exactly as we have before, except in this case, any monies won will go to Miss O'Brien's favorite charity. Now, Margaret, if you'll tell me your secret, the folks out there are eagerly waiting to find out what it is. Really? Must have been quite a grind. Henry Morgan, we're going to put you on the spot first tonight, and I will tell you that the clue is that it's something that she used to do. Henry Morgan.
Used to do. Margaret, is this something you did more than once?
Yes.
Is it something that I might do?
Yes.
Is it something that you did when you were, say, considerably younger, young girl?
Yes.
Was there an object involved?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it's an object.
Well, let's see. Was this the kind of object that Santa Claus could put in a young girl's stocking? Or...
No.
Is it an object that other movie stars have used?
Yes.
I'm sure they have. Is it as far as you got? That's $10 down and $70 to go. Miss Kitty Carlisle, please.
Would it help us to know what you did with this object?
Yes.
Did you eat it?
I hope not.
Did you and your little friends used to use it to play with?
Well, to each
Did
his
you use
own,
it-
I always say.
Did you- play with indoors?
Yes.
In your own room or in any part of the house in general?
Any part of the house.
Any part of the house. Is it something that you threw at each other?
Is it something that you threw at each other? I hope not again. $20 down and $60 to go. And let me clarify this much, if you don't mind, Margaret, that while she says that they used to play with it, it's hardly orthodox behavior. All right, Bill, tell me.
Is this unorthodox behavior? This thing that your friends played with isn't usually played with, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Does it have utility value?
Yes, useful.
Yes. Yes.
Does this thing do something substantial for you? I mean, does it perform a service or something, a function of something, or something like that?
Yes, I would
Yes.
say it
Is this thing used in school?
No.
Don't use it in school. Is it a part of you? I mean, is it something that you wear?
Yes.
Something that she wears, $30 down and $50 to go, Miss Jane Meadows.
Something that you did with an object that you wear. Is this object clothing?
No, it isn't.
It's not clothing, it's something you wear. Is it jewelry?
No.
Not clothing and not jewelry. Is it a part of your body?
No,
No.
it is not a part of her body.
Not a part of her body. Is it a large object?
No, not too large.
Is it something I could hold in my hands? Is it small enough to hold in my hands?
Yes, it is.
Would it help me to know what the object is made of?
Oh, I think that would probably take you hours. It would help you, but I don't recommend it. It's only a
It's
half-hour
something
show.
that you wear, and it's not jewelry, and it's not clothing.
No.
Kitty Carlisle has a bright idea. Either that or she's yawning. Her mouth is wide open, but you have to wait your chance. There's $40 down and $40 to go. Panel's last time
And I'm
around.
not going to give you any help.
Thanks. Thank you. We'll at least be even then.
All right, Henry.
This isn't this is a real stab, but you said nobody guessed what it wouldn't be made of bone, would it?
I don't know what this particular... Was it made of bone?
I don't think so, no.
Is this something you made up yourself as a child?
No.
Some little peculiar piece of adornment?
No, it isn't.
It isn't peculiar, and yet nobody's ever heard of it before, apparently.
Oh, yes. Everybody's heard of it.
Is it a button?
A button? No. $50 down and $30 to go. Now
Is
we'll
it
find...
something that you wore above, from here up?
Yes.
Is it something that you wore on your teeth?
Yes.
Is it your braces?
No, it isn't.
Oh, I thought it was silly. I wore braces for years, and I was sure that was it. Was it plastic teeth? You know, like they wear the movie thing. When they crowns.
Well, that is as close as... I think that's
Cats.
actually what it is.
Cats.
This...
Cats.
No, it wasn't cat.
It wasn't cats. Was it something to make you look funny, like blacking out your teeth?
No.
Well, I give up.
I think you've gotten close enough to it. I think we're going to have to surrender it because what it actually was that she wore false teeth, if you can imagine. Margaret O'Brien. From Home Terminal only paid you $50, Margaret, but will you tell the folks how it happened that you wore false teeth?
Well, I was making Canterville Ghost, and I had lost all my teeth, so the studio had to give me false ones to wear. And every time I'd do a scene, they'd pop out of my mouth, and Charles Lawton would have to go and pick them up. And one day I wanted to take them home and show all my friends in the apartment house. And the director said, oh, don't lose them because it'll hold up all of production. So Mother said she'd take very good care of them. So we took them home and put them on the dining room table. And the next day they weren't there. Mother was just frantic. And we found out that our dog had chewed 2 of the teeth off. So I had an extra set made, and so Mother put those in, and the director said, Ma, you look peculiar today, and he never knew what happened.
I'll tell you, I've investigated, and I can tell you that the teeth that you see in Miss O'Brien's mouth tonight are her own. And thank you, ma'am, very, very much for coming down to see us. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Margaret O'Brien. All right, now, may we have our next contestant, please, on I've Got a Secret, a very charming-looking young lady indeed. Hello, how are you? Now, will you tell us your name, please, and where you are from?
Mrs. Janet Stravali from Long Island, New York.
Mrs. Stravali, and she is from Long Island. All right, now, if you will whisper your secret to me, the folks at home would like to know what it is. I heard you. tell you this concerns something that she did, and we'll start the questioning off with Bill Cullen.
This thing that you did it require some special skill or talent or something like that? Did you receive an award for doing it? You didn't?
No,
Can the average woman do a thing like this?
perhaps.
Could. I've heard it said that they do. I don't know whether it's true or not, but they could.
Are there women who will do a thing like this every day?
I don't think so.
If my wife were to do this, would I find out about it? Would I know about it?
Sure.
You wouldn't know about it immediately. You would have to find out about it. $10 down and $70 to go. And Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mrs. Stravali, did you do this more than once?
No.
Only once. Was there any fame connected with the doing of this thing? Would we have heard about it?
No, it wasn't
No.
headline news.
It wasn't headline news. Would it help me to know how old you were when you did it?
Reasonable, but
No, that's
It
not
wouldn't help.
pertinent.
Would it help me to know the place where it happened, where you did it?
home.
At home, indoors?
Yeah.
You did it in your house. Would the particular room you did it in help me?
Don't tell him. Yes, it would.
It
help.
would. Was it in the upstairs part of the house?
No.
No. Would it be in the kitchen by any chance?
In the kitchen is right. We have to say yes to that. There's $20 down and $60 to go. Mr. Henry Morgan.
Mrs. Stravali, you don't look as though you're very proud of this. Was this something sort of silly?
No.
Well,
The audience.
I hate to disagree with such a pretty lady, but if it wasn't silly, we can at least say it wasn't very bright.
let us say then, charitably, it was sort of an accident.
Yes.
This is something you brought on yourself in the kitchen.
Yes.
Would it help me any to know what particular device in the kitchen contributed to this? No? I mean, don't care whether it's the sink or the stove or whatever?
Well, yes, in that category, it might, yes.
Was it the stove?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it something to do with something you were cooking on the stove?
Yes.
In the oven?
No.
I'm sorry, panel, all our time is up. I'm going to have to forfeit our $80 to Mrs. Stravali. Mrs. Stravali, will you tell the panel exactly what your secret is?
I came in the United States in 1948, so I'm so enthusiastic about beef ash. So I bought a can of dog food.
She bought a can of dog food and served it to her husband. Mr. Stravali is backstage. He says it was delicious. And after he finished eating it, he said he felt just great. So all is well. Mrs. Stravali from Home Permanent is very grateful to you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Now then, my friends, we want to urge you to tune in next week on our show when our special guest will be... Oh, hey, Ed Sullivan next week, huh? All right, Ed Sullivan will be our guest. I don't know. I believe in asking. It's the only way you're going to find out. We will have other folks here. We will have other folks here, too, to confront our panel. And until then, may I say goodnight to our panel, Mr. Bill Cullen, Miss Jane Meadows, Mr. Henry Morgan, Miss Kitty Carlisle. And until we all meet here next week at the same time, then, this will be Gary Moore saying bye-bye for the whole gang. Be very kind to each other, will you? And goodbye out there.